Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Football Brownie. I hope you're all well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe, and spreading the love during this pandemic because we all need a little bit of loving. Now, before I go any further, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And remember, it's free to subscribe. We're also teaming up with Alan and the guys at Away Day April to help you get ready for when we can all get back to football. Get your club ready for football. Type in Football Brownie in the promo code, get you a 10% off. All those details will be in the description. Okay, today I got a very, very special guest. Let's add him to the stream, yeah.
Hi, Adam, you right?
Hey, very well. And yourself, Jake? I'll just introduce you, Jake. Got a very special guest, guys. A very good YouTube friend of mine. None other than Jake from West Ham Unofficial. And even if you aren't a West Ham fan, guys, Jake puts all us old guys to shame, both with his content and his presentation. So please check out his channel and support the younger generation of YouTube creators. How are you doing, Jake?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm not too bad, mate. Enjoying half term and good to be here.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for accepting the invite. And what you been up to on a half term? Just
Oh, well, there's not much to do, mate. I'm afraid.
I know.
Go on for a walk once a day, and that's about it.
Well, okay. Let's get into it, Jake, because I know you've invited me many times on your channel. So thank you very much for coming on here. Okay, what started you to be a West Ham fan, Jake?
Well, it's all my dad. I'm afraid he's in the chat now. But I think that definitely him. I mean, my first game I went to I was 6 years old. There he is. I was 6 years old. 2013 was my first game at Upton Park. It was against Sunderland, and we were awful, typical West Ham. But then we came out, and Diafra scored in the last minute to win. And yeah, that was a very nice moment. My first game that I can remember, and never looked back since then, mate.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so 2013. Geez, nearly 10 years now. Nearly 10 years. So, okay, who's your favourite all-time player then? Come on.
Well, it's difficult whether you're looking at kind of ability or just all-round player, because I think the best player I've personally seen ability-wise, it's got to be Dimitri Payet. As much as a kind of a snake he was phenomenal for them 2 seasons. He was on fire. For me, the best player I think that we've got there, I mean, it's got to be Mark Noble. Over 500 appearances for the club. He lives and breathes West Ham, and he's up there. He's got to be the best around at the moment, and he's been there. I mean he signed for West Ham when he was like 16, 17. I wasn't even born then, so it just shows you he's been there 16 years, and what a true West Ham legend he is.
Well, you mentioned about Payet being a snake. Is that the kind of mindset all West Ham fans think of Payet?
Yeah, definitely.
It's a shame the way it all ended, I suppose, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, how about going away then, Jake? What's your best favourite away day? And I hope you say Cardiff now.
Oh, well, we did go to Cardiff once, and I'll tell you the story quickly. We were absolutely awful that day. Typical West Ham then again. You beat us 2-0, and to be fair, it was it was a good atmosphere in there. It was a good away day. Apart from everything that happened on the pitch, it was good. But my favourite away day, I think there's been many. I think we went to Watford. We beat them 3-1, and we were rocking that day. And also we didn't win, but we played Manchester United the first time I'd been up to Old Trafford, and we went up there, and we were robbed from VAR, as all of us are being. Obviously, you not in the championship. I'm sure you're loving it. But we lost 2-1, but the atmosphere that day was absolutely incredible. I think the stat came out that 3,000 West Ham fans outsang 75,000 Man United fans. So there you go.
I remember famous old game between Man United and West Ham. It was in a cup, and Paolo Di Canio scored. That probably would have been about 20 years ago now, because I know where I watched it, you know. And Barthez held his hand up trying to claim for offside, and Di Canio wasn't having any of it. And unfortunately, you missed the Canyon, I'm guessing, and Jake in a West Ham shirt.
Yeah, we never got to see him play, and a lot of West Ham fans did have the privilege to see him play, but unfortunately, I didn't. But yeah, James is in the chat. 2001 FA Cup, that was 2001 FA Cup.
Well,
for that one.
he's got a great question, because that question could go to both of us, really, because both our teams have moved stadiums. So come on, what's your opinion?
Well, James will agree with me, and there's no atmosphere, there's nothing really going there other than the same. So it's got to be. I mean, I'm sure you could ask 99% of all of the fans, West Ham fans, that it's got to be Upton Park by 6 country miles, by the biggest length that there is, I think, because it's just nowhere near the same.
Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same with me, Jake. Ninian Park over the new ground. Any day, absolutely any day. They've killed the atmospheres when teams have moved to a new ground. Are you a lover of pie and mash fan, Jake, or not? Because I tried those jelly eels, and disgusting.
Yeah, pie and mash. Yeah, it's good. But I tell you what, Adam, what goes along with that quite well is Mick McCarthy's long ball and gravy. Look.
Oh, you know what? Turn around. You had that set up. Turn around for a minute. Turn around. There you go. Hey up, Jake. Hey up.
Hey, long ball and gravy.
Mick McCarthy, yeah. Two things I love. Two things I love is long ball and gravy.
Very good.
Well, good. I am trying. It's hard work at Yorkshire accent, I tell you. But in my fridge behind me, I got so much humble pie. Incredible. I have to get through it all. I'm so fat now. I'm so fat after eating all the humble pie. Yeah, I got egg on my face after that because Roy Cardiff are going. As we mentioned backstage, unbelievable difference.
Well, yeah. I mean, 3 weeks on this channel, you came on my show as well, saying that you thought that a couple more losses and you could be down there in relegation. I've got the league up now. You're in 7th position. I mean, you are 43 and 49. You're a few points off the spot, but it just tells you how a few points, a couple of wins, and you rocket up the table. It's just how tight it is, and there you go.
You know what, Jake, right? When I was hearing yesterday about all the rumours that Thierry Henry was going to be manager of Bournemouth, now I looked at Thierry, I thought, I knew he had a bad time at Monaco, and then he went to the MLS with Montreal. Check that out. I think we're 9th out of like 14, 15 teams. And I thought to myself, you know what? If they appoint Henry as manager, they are going to, it's a possibility it could all blow up in their face and Cardiff could get that final playoff place. So all my fingers, all my toes are crossed completely. I just hope that Cardiff don't let me down.
There you go.
Right. There you go. And, okay. Apart from the blowing bubbles chant, and we all love it, even non-West Ham fans love it. It's a classic football chant. What is your favourite West Ham chant, apart from blowing bubbles?
Oh, well, there's loads. I mean, us West Ham fans, I personally think, obviously I'm biased as well, but I think that West Ham fans are one of the best fans in the league. Fan bases going home and away. But I think there's lots of them over land and sea. We all follow the West Ham over land and sea, and Tottenham as always. But I think that one, and there's many, Adam, there's many. But yeah, I go with that one. Ludo Makosco's old one, I like that as well. Yeah. That's quality. But yeah.
I remember the chants like you going home in a West Ham ambulance. That's a long time ago. Okay, you've got Sam Greenwood. Hi, Sam, in the chat. Did Jake expect West Ham to struggle this season, as you know they normally have? You must be really surprised on how the team is going.
Boy, yeah, completely agree with that. I did expect, especially after kind of the whole board thing came out, kind of selling Dean Garner at the back end of the transfer window, kind of a big kind of youngster that was coming through our ranks. We sold him for 12 to 18 million pounds. I think we all thought then that we're going to be in for another relegation fight. But to be fair to him, David Moyes, I can't praise him enough, because he's what he's done there with the bone thin squad that he's got is absolutely superb. The signings he's brung in. I mean, when we all he came in at the end of 2019 for a second spell, and I think that we all thought it was just a step back for him to just get us through the season and then bring someone else in. But the signings he's brung in, I mean, for the Pellegrini signings that were flopped, that flopped. I mean, look at the signings he's brought in: Bowen, Souček, Soufal, all of these players, and I think that comes to about £50 million. I think personally, Souček's the best the best goal scoring central defensive midfielder in the league. He is an absolute gem. Soufal for 5 million on that right hand side is a gem as well. The checkmates do it well for us. But I think that what David Moyes has done there is phenomenal, and especially because we didn't sign a striker in the transfer window. Maybe that was all within his plan, that he's going to play Lingard as a false nine and do kind of play without a striker as Man City have done in the past. But I think that we all certainly expected us to be down there, and instead of looking down, we're looking very high up.
Well, I tell you what, that led me on to my next question, and Sam is because Sam's an Arsenal fan, Jake. Just to let you know, I'm sure he'll check out your channel after this. What do West Ham fans, have they changed their mind about the owners now? Now, because you mentioned about they got rid of Halle, didn't they? Right at the beginning of January. All West Ham fans thought, right, because Antonio's hamstrings are like breadsticks. They go every other month, really.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion on them not getting a backup striker? And what's your opinion on the owners as a whole?
Well, I'll start with the first one. I think that personally we had a lot of time, and I thought at the end of the transfer window, I think pretty much every West Ham fan thought, you know what, this is the board going at it again, being tight, not bring a striker in. But then after that, it's come out that the money was there. Whether all of that really was there, that's another story. But I think that David Moyes, that's the reason. There we go, James. Thank you very much. I'll come on to that in a minute. But I think that in terms of a non-striker coming in, I think this is all in David Moyes' grand plan, and he's brung out in the last kind of few months. He's brung out some strange starting lineups, but we've learnt to we've learnt to say, okay, this is a Moyes plan and it will work out, and it has. Whether we've put Fredericks as a right winger, all of these different things, and it's worked. So we are looking back at it now, I think I do back Moyes and what he's doing. I think we couldn't have done it without Jesse Lingard in there, because even when we did play the false nine at the weekend against Sheffield United, he was the only real vocal point in that kind of counter-attack clinical football that we play. But I think that's definitely the way. And in terms of GSB, I think, as James said there, we're still GSB out, because, you know, whatever happens on the pitch, that's fantastic. David Moyes, fantastic, and the team, but that still doesn't change what happens upstairs and what kind of.
Yeah, I completely agree, Jake. Because there's so many similarities between Cardiff and West Ham from the olden days. You know how they both created the workers type of clubs, to how the stadium changed. Everyone up in arms, and also as well because I don't like, and the owners have done the fans over one way or another, and I can sympathise so much with West Ham fans at the moment, and I agree with you, and it's not just West Ham fans. I think many fans within the footballing world support the GSB out campaign. And the quicker, not just West Ham, Newcastle as well, the quicker we get better owners, everyone can be more happy. Okay, there you go. You already having support, Jake.
Thank you. Thank you.
So check out Jake's channel, okay? Right. On this, where do you think West Ham will finish then?
It's a difficult question because we keep saying, "Oh, leave it another 5 games, leave it another 5 games to see where we are now." But I think the next 5 games we've got is going to be very crucial to see at the end of the season to see where we are, because we are currently sat in 5th position above Liverpool. I tell you what, if you would have told me that in September, I would have absolutely laughed at you, Adam. For us to be, for us to be, how kind of how bad kind of the morale was at the club back in September, and for now to us to be up there and for us to be a place above Liverpool is it's amazing. I mean, obviously Liverpool having a kind of a blip at the moment, but I think that the next 5 games we've got some very tough games coming up. We've got Manchester City coming up. We've got Spurs on Sunday. We've got Leicester, Arsenal in there as well, and Leeds in there as well. I think if we can get through these with like kind of a relative amount of points, I think we're on, Adam. I think 5th is where we will finish. I think I don't think that we've got enough this season to push for that to quietly sneak into that Champions League spot. That would be amazing. But I think that I think 5th or 6th, that would be outstanding for West Ham considering the position we were in back.
Well, before James's question, which I can see you reading there, if you do finish in a European spot, right? I just want to put it on record right now. I've already had a request of your dad asking for you and him to stay in my apartment, right? Because you could have a Spanish team or a Portuguese team or Gibraltar or whatever. I'm going to be on a door of my apartment. It's going to be ticket only, standing only, first come, first serve. But you're more than welcome. You know that, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, no worries. Right, let's go to James's question, because I didn't like this when it's happened. Danny Gabardon and James Collins, I was really gutted. You guys raided us 3 million for the both of them when we couldn't get 2 pennies together. What's your opinion? What's West Ham's opinion on both Danny Gabardon and James Collins then, Jake?
Well, it's difficult because I can't really remember Danny Gabardon as much, but James Collins, I mean, he's our kind of main man at the moment, Big Craig Dawson. He reminds me of James Collins because they're the type of old school centre backs that kind of put their head in, put their foot in for whatever. And James Collins, he'll be loved from West Ham fans. He's a proper gentleman, and he was a fantastic player for West Ham.
They both gentlemen. I know Danny Gabardon does watch us every now and then, so big up to him. But actually, I seen James Collins when he first come onto the scene. He was playing as a striker. He come through Cardiff Academy as a striker, James Collins. And
wow.
He come on as a substitute. He completely fluffed a shot about 5 yards out, and he hit it about 60 foot in the air. And the Cardiff manager said, "Nah, son, you're not a striker. Get back in defence." That's where that's right. Okay, so listen, we started basically the same time on podcasts, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm on about 530 subscribers. You have absolutely battered me. And just congratulations on getting over 1,000 the other day. So,
thank you very much.
As many people said in the chat, you're an absolute professional, and fair play to you. But what do you think of the podcast world? What, as a youngster, do you enjoy it? Are you a bit worried? Because the comments may not be all nice at times. What's your experience on podcasting?
Well, it's been an absolute ride. It's been an absolute joy. I mean, I really started this properly in September. I had my channel before that, but it was a bit of everything. Now West Ham related. It's been a blast. I mean, September, doing this stuff wasn't fantastic as I am now. Not saying I'm fantastic, but
I know. I think you bloody. I love it. I love the confidence, Jake. I love the confidence, my friend. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, so and then kind of noticed by a few West Ham YouTubers gone on theirs, West Ham United, Hammers Chat, all of them guys, West Ham Fan TV. And they've just helped me. Really it's a great West Ham fan channel community and they've helped me grow. Yeah. Want some humble pie for Craig Dawson if you've got any left by the time we come over.
Oh, and hey, he's been a great player, hasn't he? A great signing. What's your feeling? Because I'm coming from a championship voice here, Jake. What's your feeling with Ben Rama?
Well, I love the man. I really do. I thought when he came in, I thought I've seen him a little bit in the championship. He's a skillful. He did remind me of Dimitri Payet a little bit. Kind of the skill. He did remind me of the prime Manuel Lanzini as well. I think we haven't seen the best of him yet. I think I was disappointed to see him not play in the cup and then not play on the weekend against Sheffield United. But I think that there is definitely more to come from him, and I think it's coming very, very soon.
I think once he gets his first goal, then he can relax a bit. Okay. One final question from Sam. Of all the players, who has surprised you most this season?
Well, I'll give you two. I mean, I'll give you Craig Dawson. For me, he came in as just a kind of a squad filler. We thought all West Ham fans thought it was just a bit of a we were linked with James Tarkowski to come in, and we brought in Craig Dawson. You can imagine thinking, oh god, this is a bit of a an understatement. And what he's come to be, I mean. He came into the side kind of a month ago. I think he's played like 9 games now, and these games have been coming twice a week. But he came into the side. I think it was against Southampton the first game. Before I looked at the team sheet and I saw Craig Dawson. I thought, like, what? Why is he there? I mean, we've got other centre backs in line, but fair play. He gave him a chance, and he's been absolutely incredible, and he's been. You can't drop him because how good he's been. And also Vladimir Sufal as well. I think
James
for
just said
5.
that now.
There you go, Kufal. He's been great. Bargain of the decade. Yeah, he has been outstanding. I mean, there was a little bit of like 5 million. You're not going to get a huge amount of quality, but we've got the quality. I think our scout Thomas Souček. Our scout Thomas Souček, he's rung up his mate over from the Czech Republic. Oh, come over to West Ham. There you go. He's come over to West Ham, and he is a David Moyes player, as is Souček, because I think he's been absolutely outstanding. Souček, as Sam said on the end of his comment, Souček as well, absolutely fantastic. And they've been steals. They've been David Moyes signings, and we haven't played. We haven't paid the 40 millions, the 30 millions for them. We've paid reasonable amounts of money for superb players.
Well, I used to have a soft touch with Everton, and I watched them quite often when David Moyes was in charge of them, basically because Cardiff were down in the lower leagues, and it was a nice change for me to go and watch a Premier League game once a year, whatever. But Souček reminds me of when Moyes had Fellaini in Everton. The big lad in midfield who can win all the headers, get you the goals. When he went to Man United, he went downhill. But I can see so many similarities between Moyes' Everton team and Moyes' West Ham team at the moment. And you have to give credit to Moyes. I mean, very similar to me with Mick McCarthy. Many people thought he was over the hill, a dinosaur, and maybe going to Man United was way too much for him, but he's come back, and you have to give credit to Moyes and credit to West Ham as well. Now, one more question before you go, Jake. All right? I don't know. Yeah, you would have. Have you heard the comments from the Moose on the TalkSport lately regarding the? Yeah, I just want your opinion on it because I personally thought there was a bit of truth in it, but the way he went about it, I thought was wrong. For people who don't know, Moose, who's a West Ham fan, commented on TalkSport, stated that West Ham had benefited with the fans not being there. So, what's your opinion?
Well, I've said it on various places and platforms, and I personally, for me, think that it's just attention seeking going on there, trying to wind the West Ham fans up on Talksport. And I think for me, as you said, there is a little bit of truth in it, but you can't put it all down to fans not being in there. I've said before, I think that for me, if we went in on Sunday at the London Stadium, as much as there isn't the atmosphere that you'd get from Upton Park, the place will be rocking on Sunday. We're fifth in the league. We're above Spurs. It's a big derby. It's our kind of biggest derby bar Millwall. And I think that the place would be rocking. We'd be loving it. And it's typical that we're not in there to kind of see it. But I think you can't put it down. You can't put it down to fans not being in there because, yes, I think there would have been a little bit of toxicness, a little bit of negativity at the start of the season. We had a couple of games where we weren't at our best as we are now, but we've come back and we the signings. I've got to go back to the signings. The signings are the reason we're there. The Souček, the Rice, the big Craig Dawson, Ogbonna. He's so underrated. Just Angelo Ogbonna. I know he's gone out with a little injury now, which is very disappointing. But I think he's so underrated as a centre back. I think he's one of the best centre backs in the league. I think he's superb, and I think that it's down to the players and it's down to the backroom staff as well. I think the people that Moyes has brought in, it's like a boy band back there. Honestly, we've got who's back there? Ian Pearce is back there, Kevin Nolan, and they'll have a big impact on that as well because they Kevin Nolan, he knows and loves the club and he knows what to do. And I think there's no way that it's all down to the fans not being in there. There is no way.
Exactly.
I think personally, if we would have gone in there on Sunday against Spurs, I think we would have been the 12th man there because how we would have been in there, it would have been superb. So not at all.
Very much. Sorry, Jake, for cutting in there. It's very much like Cardiff. When we've had problems with owners. What like Talksport and Moose and who's the guy, the Scottish guy on Talksport, Jim bloody White.
Jim.
What people like them don't realise is that West Ham fans or any other fans from any other club, they can support the players and the team and the backroom staff, but they don't have to support the ownership. And you can see a difference. But no, you are right, bang on. It's just clickbait from Talksport. It's annoying West Ham fans, and can
I just say,
go on.
Can I just say the big thing? Obviously, we're playing really well at the moment. Is the big thing at West Ham fans is we support the team, not the regime. There is no way just because we are up there and flying. That's not because of David Sullivan, David Gold, and West Ham fans know that, and we're trying to put that. Yeah, see, James has literally just put it in the chat as I said. Support the team, not the regime. Literally just as I said it, and and that's what we go by, really.
No worries. Well, you know what, Jake? You should be leading that GSB out campaign because you're an absolute professional when it comes to YouTube. And thank you very much for joining me today.
Thank you.
And Mick McCarthy, I'm sure, will be on your podcast soon. Yeah.
There you go. Long ball and gravy, look.
Long ball and gravy. Long ball and gravy. Well, hey, thanks a lot, guys in the chat, guys watching this later on. Please check out West Ham Unofficial. Give Jake your support, even if you're not a West Ham fan. He gets me and other non-West Ham fans on for some shows during the week. Check him out, give him your support. Jake, many thanks for your time today, and
Thank you.
Good luck for the future.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.